What is going on to my Aries? So you Aries have got the Two of Cups, Five of Wands, the Death card, the Queen of Wands, Temperance, Two of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so a lot of fiery energy. So for you Aries, some of you Aries may be having some sort of problem here in the sense that you were trying to get to know somebody fairly recently and you realized that unfortunately those people were no good. So you put an end to the relationship. You put an end to the relationship because you found out that they weren't who you thought they were at first. And this is recently. Queen of Wands, you're not going to allow anybody or anything. This is what this Queen of Wands represents. You're not going to allow anybody or anything to trick you into being into a relationship with someone who isn't going to take you seriously and who's going to be disrespectful to you and who's going to play games. That's something that I think that I see, that I know is something that is going to really get you Aries upset and on your nerves, and we don't want Aries to be upset. So a lot of you Aries are understanding that because of that, you had to take care of business and not allow those people to be in your life. So you stop talking to them. The Temperance is about how, since this is the case, because you're using your wisdom now, you're using your intelligence, you're using your understanding, your past experiences, you're using your wisdom. You now have a better understanding and awareness of what someone is what someone looks like when they are not really up to par to really date you, when someone is in the game, when someone likes to play games, when someone, you know what I mean? Like when someone wants to waste time but act like they're being direct and they're trying to be in a relationship. A lot of you Aries are beginning to understand more and more and more what it looks like, and that for the most part, they're all really the same. You know, when people who play games, at the end of the day, they different skin, they may look differently and all that stuff, different skin suits, so to speak, but it's really the same person. They all, they're so cookie cutter. So the Two of Swords is about, and a lot of you Aries may be even a little bit tired of doing this, right? You know, this idea that people think that being dysfunctional is attractive. A lot of you Aries don't think that their dysfunctionality was attractive at all. And just dysfunctionality is attractive, period, right? A lot of you Aries don't think that. And you're tired of engaging with people who are too dysfunctional because they're so caught up with trying to get a good laugh and be over competitive and have, you know what I mean, have some sort of last laugh or some sort of win, that they're not really paying attention to the point of the relationship in the first place. So the Five of Swords represents kind of the uselessness that a lot of you Aries may have felt dealing with those people in the first place. You know, the uselessness of it, the idea that no matter how good you Aries are, you know that it's useless to deal with those type of people from the past, and just those type of people in general, because those people will never actually get their stuff together. They'll never actually grow up. They'll never, in any lane, no matter who they are, in any lane, when you see people who act like this is why it is that they're so unsuccessful. And a lot of you Aries have, if you pay attention to the picture, they're kind of looking at, they're kind of like, one of them kind of cut themselves from not, you know what I mean, by playing with the sword incorrectly because they don't know, while the other two kind of cross swords. But it's that idea of, and all the attention is on this person who cut themselves. So it's like you Aries are tired of doing the rough thing, which is to engage with people that you already kind of got very soon, that they're not really functional, and that those people you really shouldn't be in relationships with those people, but then you try it anyway to kind of give them a chance, and then you find out how dysfunctional they are. And Ten of Pentacles, you're tired of dealing with people of, you know, where it is that you're the one that's coming out of pocket, constantly spending. You're doing it most of the times. It's not the two of you are going Dutch. It's not, they do pay for their own stuff, and you're treating them, or you're taking them out, and it's a half seas. It's a situation where the two of you actually are useful to each other. It's more so you're tired of being in situations where you are the ones that usually have to come out of pocket and pull out your card or pull out your cash and pay for stuff. So the Ace of Wands now represents, so as a result of this, a lot of you Aries understand that yes, you will offer your undivided attention monogamously, right, to someone that really ultimately deserves it. But you and this person has to go through some stuff. There has to be time. And this is the reason why it is that I say that when it comes to the whole getting married thing, I really don't suggest it up until at least 5 to 10 years. And the reason why is because most people talk about, when most people say that they're married, that means that most people usually get married within 2 years. That's not a very long time to get to know somebody, because when you really think about it, a year is the engagement. So that means that you may have known the person for about 6 months, 8 months before you decided to get married to the person. And then you spend 1 year being engaged to the person, and then you finally get married within that pocket of 6 months. Within that pocket of 6 months. And that's not a very long time to get to know somebody. When you're talking about a life commitment, you're talking about 6 months, a life commitment, and you only known somebody 6 months before you decide where you want to marry them. Y'all are sharing money. Y'all are sharing resources. And if y'all, unfortunately, and I don't want y'all to have this happen to y'all, if y'all get yourselves caught up in a situation where you have to divorce each other, or one of y'all is getting divorced, or whatever, y'all get divorced, now y'all got to split resources and all this other type of stuff, and it becomes a bad breakup. People are getting hitched way too fast, and they need to slow down and really understand if they truly want to join assets like this and really be with each other. The Nine of Pentacles represents, and let that type of idea, when you're meeting people, as you're dating people, really marinate. Let people really work to come to you. And what I mean by that is, let people really put in an effort. Don't allow them to do everything. Yes, you need to put in an effort as well, but let people show you who they are. Don't rush into a relationship with people that you know are terrible for you, know are not very good options, and then you're getting into something with them, and then you end up not being good connection with them. And then the next thing you know, the two of you end up having it out for each other. Make sure that the two of you are taking things moderately slow. Going fast, that's a problem, especially today, because there are more people divorcing each other now more than ever. And the reason why is because people don't know each other, because you want to be married within 2 years. Within 2 years. And remember, the engagement is 1 year. If you really want to go fast, I would say 3 years. 3 years. A year and a half of knowing the person before you decide to get engaged to them, then get engaged to them. Engagement is a year. That's 2.5 years. Get married within those 6 months. So if you're going fast. So let's clarify some of these cards. Okay, let's clarify the Ace of Wands. So to clarify the Ace of Wands, we have the Five of Wands, the King of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. So this is about how, so to clarify the Ace of Wands, we have the Five of Wands and the King of Wands. Yes, all of this type of bickering and arguing and dysfunction and, overall not being able to get along with the person, you're done with that. You don't want to be around that. If a person and you don't really get along, then you're tired of being with those types of people. So you're more so on the lookout for those types of people. And if they bring that type of energy to you, you're not going to want to be with them for a very long time, because you, Aries, actually want to be able to get along with somebody, right? The Six of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, you want people who are more compassionate to you, who like you, who are compassionate, and who want to actually put in an effort to get to know you.